a blind piano player, wrestler, long-distance runner, and a creative spirit whose talents have taken her to the stage and into galleries and exhibitions across the U.S., are here to tell their story of their unique and incredible journey together. Welcome to the Nancy and Mike Show. Nancy and Mike will engage you with some of the most unimaginable and heartwarming stories of their extraordinary life. So please welcome your hosts, Nancy and Mike.
Hi, my name is Mike Zorick.
And this is Nancy Noble. Oh, and we're on YouTube, the Nancy and Mike Show. And please let us know that you like us and subscribe. Thanks a lot. From Florida.
Anyway, today's date is August the 16th,
Yep.
2025. And I guess this is show number 104. When the numbers guy gets mixed up, we got serious issues.
It's our fourth show. So
Anyhow,
104 or 4.
I told you today
Uh-huh.
that I would tell you who Almighty God is. But I'm not going to, because I'm going to talk about baseball.
Cool.
I'm going to talk about wrestling.
And I have a dream that you had. I want to read about that.
Some track and field, and go back to my high school days.
Cool.
People say that they like my stories, and next week I will tell you about God and what Trump could do to reduce the power of Almighty God.
The phony God.
But anyway,
yep.
That's not today.
Good.
Because I know what he could do. And baseball. One of the things I have been saying for the last couple of years, and it has to do with the West Coast.
Okay.
The San Diego Padres, they have a very good general manager.
Yes.
Now I can't think of his name.
Oh, well.
Anyway.
It's okay.
My mind is dead today.
Yeah, we're doing the best we can. We had disappointing news from my brother who's passing through, and he wanted to come right now, but we got to do the show. So
yeah, and as it turns out, my favorite thing is having friends over.
I know.
And
but last minute things, come on, he should know when our show is.
Yeah, but I know. But anyway.
Yes. Carry on.
Regarding the San Diego Padres, and maybe
Dombrowski? That's
Dombrowski is the Phillies, and used to be the Red Sox.
You can see how much I know about sports.
And before that, Dombrowski was for Detroit.
Okay.
And he did very well with everything he touched. He's a great general manager.
Maybe it'll come to you.
Yeah. A.J. Preller.
Hey, I told you to come.
Anyhow, here's the deal.
Okay.
And I've said this many times.
San Diego baseball.
San Diego baseball. They're tied for first place with the Dodgers. And I said, they got 6 games coming up in 2 weeks. That I don't care if you give San Diego, Sandy Koufax, Randy Johnson,
good ones.
Ted Williams, Stan Musial, Albert Pujols. It doesn't matter what you give San Diego. They will never, ever, ever compete with the Dodgers.
They've been getting pretty close, huh?
They look close on paper.
Oh, okay.
And I made this prediction. I told Nancy about it. They got to play 6 games, 3 this weekend and 3 next weekend. The Dodgers blew them out last night. And I said
Yeah.
Now, I could be wrong, all right?
Yeah.
But we're going to know one way or the other by August the 24th, because that's when they end. I said the Dodgers will go 6-0, and all 6 games will be blowouts. Now, from a San Diego standpoint, if they go 3-3, they still maintain that 1-game lead.
Good.
But I don't think they're going to win a single game. They got blown out last night. They're going to get blown out today and tomorrow and next Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
Now,
It's not written in stone.
it's not written in stone. It's just how I see that it doesn't matter what San Diego does, they will always be, till the end of time, they will always be San Diego will always be the Dodgers doormats.
Oh, some people would punch you for that.
And yes, they would. And we listen to a sports talk
Yes,
show.
we do.
Lee Hacksaw Hamilton, who's the best in the business.
He knows sports.
And he knows sports. I believe he's got San Diego rated too high. And he would love it if they went 3-3.
Yeah.
But we're gonna know by next week. And just because I make a prediction doesn't mean it's gonna happen. This is how I see it. This is my opinion. That's all it is. Now, the other thing I see that's disturbing in baseball,
What?
the Mets.
Yeah, well, the Mets were doing good. What happened?
No, they're not.
They're not doing good.
They are.
I thought they were doing good.
As far as I'm concerned, the Mets are dead, and I'm rooting for the Mets. I'm not rooting for San Diego, but I am rooting for the Mets.
Mhm.
I
know you are.
I decided at the beginning of this year, even over my Phillies, I was rooting for the Mets. I picked the Mets to win the division. Why? They're getting crushed by everybody.
Oh,
And they're playing all these bad teams, and these bad teams are crushing them.
yikes.
They're not even competitive with these teams. They're not competitive with Atlanta. And Atlanta used to be good, but they're not this year.
Okay.
And I don't know. It's crazy. And I'm disappointed in the Mets. And I wish they could make the playoffs, but I don't see it.
How about the Yankees? Are they getting better lately?
The Yankees are.
I think they won last night.
Yes, they did win last night. They're 3-1 this week, and the Yankees are doing. They're in the playoffs. I don't know if Cleveland's going to hold up. I hope Boston doesn't hold up. They're the thing about Boston.
Yeah.
They bring up all these young guys, and they're not ready for Major League. They're striking out 15 times a game. I had a chance to watch them last night.
Yes.
I can't watch that crap. I mean, that's absolute crap baseball.
Yeah.
And
When Mike can't stand it anymore, we turn on the Game Show Network.
that's what we did last night.
No.
That's what we did last night. They had 2 games last night. One was the Red Sox in Tampa Bay. I mean, in Miami.
Yeah, Miami.
And the other was the Mets in Seattle, which was a total mismatch.
And you don't like
And
Seattle.
I don't like mismatches.
I know.
So we ended up watching the Game Show Network. We watched Tattletales and Card Sharks, which aren't bad shows, but I'd rather watch baseball.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not going to watch lousy baseball. And let me put this in perspective, and then I'll go on to another subject.
Okay, Mike.
If you take a Little League team plays 6 innings, not 9 innings.
Mm-hmm.
So they play 2/3 of a regulation game. Now, putting it into mathematical perspective, if you had a Little League team who, regardless of who they played, they struck out 10 times a game, 10 times in 6 innings, is the same time as 15 times in 9 innings. It's the same percentage. No Little League team fits that description. None. There isn't a single Little League team who does that. They're better than that, all right?
Yeah.
I don't know of anybody, Little League team, who strikes out 10 times every game.
And they're giving it their all, even if they're not that good.
And they're giving it their all. And I'm not saying that the Boston players are not trying, but they're not ready for Major League competition. And maybe they will be in 2 years.
So,
But here's what they have to do.
Huh?
I will never root for them. They're striking out 15 times a game. I will never root for them if they're letting people opt out after 1 year.
yes.
That's crap baseball.
Yeah.
That's losers baseball.
Well,
That's
I guess they got burned too much, so they only want 1 year and they don't have to keep paying someone who's hurt or something. I don't know.
Yeah, but if you have a good year, then like Alex Bregman, I hope he goes back to Houston. I know there's no way the Red Sox will re-sign him. They don't want him. So they don't have a third baseman. They don't have a first baseman. They don't have a catcher. And their bullpen is a massive disaster. Their outfield is good. They got Trevor Story on the infield.
I like him.
And yes. I think he's got 2 more years on his contract.
Good.
You could expect him to be traded during the offseason because he's at the end of his contract almost. Okay. He'll either be traded this year or next year. And the reason I changed to being a Yankee fan, I'm actually Yankees and Houston.
1 minute till a break.
I like Houston because of what they went through. Their only sin in 2017 was beating the Dodgers and the Yankees. That was the sin, according to the commissioner. It had nothing to do with banging garbage cans. And
Well, we're going to a break. We'll be right back.
Mike Zorick, a 3-time California state champion in Greco-Roman wrestling at 114 pounds. Mike, blind since birth, was born in Hartford, Connecticut. He was a 6-time national placer, including 2 seconds, 2 thirds, and 2 fourths. He also won the Veterans Folk-Style Wrestling twice at 152 pounds. In all these tournaments, he was the only blind competitor. Nancy Zorick, a creative spirit whose talents have taken her to the stage and into galleries and exhibitions in several states. Her father, a commercial artist who shared his instruments with his daughter and helped her fine-tune her natural abilities, influenced her decision to follow in his footsteps. Ms. Zorick has enjoyed a fruitful career doing what she loves. Listen Saturday mornings at 12 Eastern for the Nancy and Mike Show for heartwarming stories and interesting talk.
Are you struggling to care for elderly parents or a spouse? Do you wonder if being a caregiver is making you sick? Are you worried about taking time off work to care for elderly parents and balance work, life, and caregiving? Has caregiving become exhausting and emotionally draining? Are you an aging adult who wants to remain independent, but you're not sure how? I'm Pamela D. Wilson. Join me for the Caring Generation radio show for caregivers and aging adults, Wednesday evenings, 6 Pacific, 7 Mountain, 8 Central, and 9 Eastern, where I answer these questions and share tips for managing stress, family relationships, health, well-being, and more. Podcasts and transcripts of The Caring Generation are on my website, PamelaDWilson.com, plus my caregiving library, online caregiver support programs, and programs for corporations interested in supporting working caregivers. Help, hope, and support for caregivers is here on The Caring Generation and PamelaDWilson.com.
Hi, my name is Mike Zorick.
And this is Nancy Noble. Oh, and we're coming from live from YouTube, the Nancy and Mike Show from Florida. And please like us and subscribe. Thanks.
When we left, I was talking about baseball. I was actually wrapping up. And why I'm rooting for Houston. I like Houston because they were cheated severely.
Yeah, mistreated.
They had the best general manager in the history of baseball. Now, the commissioner who loves the Dodgers, that's another reason why San Diego.
What does he like now?
He likes Toronto. He decided that before the year started, he wants Toronto and the Dodgers in the World Series.
So
And
he manipulates the schedule.
he manipulates the schedule so he could get the World Series that he wants. And it's working like a charm.
Well, in the Bible, it says you shouldn't have favoritism.
Oh, yeah, it's just 9 different times.
Yes.
And I cannot root for a team that does opt-outs. Opt-outs are bad for the game. You sign a contract, you play through the contract. If you don't like where you are, has to be traded. There never needs to be opt-outs. Because you know what an opt-out is? It's a breach of contract.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Okay. So what they did with the Red Sox did with Alex Bregman is they signed him, I think it was a 6 or 7 year contract.
All right.
But he could breach his contract after the first year.
They let him?
Yes, they let him. It's in his contract.
That's stupid.
And I hope he goes to Houston. He originally came from Houston, and I want him to go to Houston. I want Houston to keep succeeding.
Yeah.
In spite of the commissioner hates Houston, I love him.
I like Abreu.
And yeah, I do too. I like Bregman. He's a good third baseman. He's a good hitter, and Houston needs him.
Abreu?
No, Bregman.
Oh, I like Abreu.
Yeah, Abreu is a right fielder for Boston, and he's a good outfielder.
Then that's not who I like. I don't know. I get all these names mixed up. Sorry.
Well, who do you like, and who's he for?
For Houston.
Altuve.
Yes.
You like Altuve. I do too.
Sorry. Nothing against Abreu.
You're testing my knowledge to see if I know what I'm talking about.
You can see I don't know what I'm talking about.
Put me to the test. Anyhow, I do like Abreu. I think he's going to be a good player for the Red Sox. He's very young. And before he develops into anything, they're going to get rid of him. So I do hope this. There's a couple of pitchers, one in particular, Derek Scuball. And I'm hoping, and I say this every day, and I'm serious, I hope the Dodgers sign him.
He is good. I watched him the other day.
He is good.
They showed a close-up of him.
I think the Dodgers will sign him, and I hope they do. And we'll see where it goes. But anyway, be that as it may. Next subject. Last week I talked about my prayers, what I pray for every day.
And I have this dream that you had.
And it relates to this.
Okay.
It relates to the Nazi party. And the Nazi
the Democrats that have bad intentions.
And I was a Democrat for 52
it's not
years.
Democrats, it's just the ones that want to destroy the country.
Yes, and that's all of them.
Well, we don't know.
And except the only
waking up.
The only exception might be, and the only ones are people who changed, like Tulsi Gabbard,
Yeah.
and
repent.
she repented. But when you repent, you don't have a choice. You can't be a Democrat. You have to change parties because the Democrats will not allow you to repent.
Okay, I didn't understand.
So, but anyway, I pray this, that the Nazis and the N-word, the N-I, and the rhinos
And Hamas.
that they're forced to resign, they're arrested, they're killed, they're expelled, or they repent. It's the raker. I pray for that every day. Now, with our God not being Almighty God, I don't know what our God hears.
Our God hears everything.
But anyway, regardless, I'm going to keep doing it until he gets tired of either delivers or he gets tired of my voice. One of those two things. But anyway, and I mentioned the N-word being a black racist. Not a black person.
No.
A black racist.
We know plenty of wonderful.
Oh, we know a lot of black people.
Yes.
And I'm going to talk about some of them today.
Cool.
Getting into wrestling.
All right, good.
I was in the 8th grade. It was January 1962. We're wrestling against, well, of course, my being from Connecticut, we're wrestling against New York. It was a Saturday afternoon. And my coach comes into the locker room. I was in the 95-pound class. I was in the 8th grade. And he said, "You're wrestling against a very dedicated wrestler who loves the sport."
Ooh.
Hard-working, dedicated wrestler. I didn't want to hear that.
Oh,
because what you're dealing with is you're thinking, I'm going to have a hard time with this.
Yeah, and it's a good quality person.
It's a good quality person. And I didn't know if it'd be a good quality person or not. I wrestled him.
It.
His name was Melvin Barr. And he and I hit it off immediately.
He figured good quality, right?
We liked each other.
Yeah, love it.
And we saw each other at tournaments. And I remember when we used to go to track tournaments. He wasn't a track guy, but he went to the track tournaments. And the way we had it, we had a 2-mile event. Now, I was the fastest runner in the school.
But you had to run with a partner?
I had to run with a partially sighted partner because I'm totally blind.
Right.
And the way the rule was, well, of course, you can't do any better than the slowest guy.
No, that's how it goes.
So I'm the fastest. I can't find
a
partner that could
who your
keep
partner
up with me.
Yes.
And I'd be running around the track and they'd say, "Hey, Zorick, it's Melvin Barr.
Oh, it's good he said his name.
I'm rooting for you. Come on, you could do it."
I love it.
That was kind of sad.
Why?
I'll tell you why it was sad. Because he didn't know my circumstances. If I had run with my brother, we'll say,
then you could have gone all out.
I would have got first place.
Of course.
Now, when you're in a situation like this.
Well, was he blind? The guy who was cheering for you?
He was partially blind. He had eyesight.
Okay.
And
he could kind of tell where you were at on the track?
Yeah, he could see me.
Okay, good.
He could see me running.
Okay, I didn't know that.
And we hit it off. And I thought about him a lot.
Yeah.
I thought about being friends with him, and he was a black kid. And I thought about being friends with him. His brother was a very good wrestler. But during those days, you could not call, practically. If you live 10 minutes away from somebody, it's a toll call.
I remember,
Here,
even when we lived in India, calling Palm Springs
Yeah.
was a toll call.
Calling Palm Springs costs more money than calling Connecticut.
How's that?
So I'm thinking, calling New York, I can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
So I never got his phone number.
Oh, too bad.
But I saw him a lot at tournaments, and he rooted for me.
I love it.
And we hit it off. We're always very friendly to each other. And he was a good athlete. And I just think I'm going to see him. And there was another guy. His name was Wheeler from Maryland.
Oh, I heard about him.
Another, as a black guy, and he was a wrestler. He was so fast. And you don't get people that are that fast that are blind.
No, I know.
But he was totally blind. And
he had a lot of jerkiness or his speed.
Yeah, he was very fast. And I figured out later on the way to beat him was to take him down and let him up. Take him down and let him up.
Yeah.
Because one thing he did, he left himself open for duck unders, which was now I stupidly tried to wrestle him out.
Yeah.
And I haven't gone into this, but I had a temperature of 104.8.
I know.
And I lost the match. But anyway, we were friends.
Good.
And we saw each other at track tournaments. And this guy was like me, had short arms and short legs. But man, could he jump.
Yeah.
I can't. The only thing I could do in track is long distance running.
Yes.
This guy could jump.
Wow, that's amazing.
He could do that with it's called the long jump now. And when we were kids, it was called the broad jump.
Mm-hmm. I remember broad jump.
And he would jump these tremendous distances. And I used to see him at track tournaments. I wanted to be friends with him. And he was the politest kid. You wouldn't find a politer kid than he was. And we met a kid just like him after his name was Michael Holmes.
1 minute.
And anyway.
I sure remember Michael Holmes. Very polite.
Yes. Very well behaved. And but I'm going to go into one more thing, but it's going to be college.
Okay. Might have to be after the break, but
it's going to have to be after the break.
30 seconds, let's go. We'll be right back, guys.
Author, radio show host, and coach John M. Hawkins reveals strategies to help gain perspective, build confidence, find clarity, achieve goals. John M. Hawkins' new book, Coached to Greatness, Unlock Your Full Potential with Limitless Growth, published by iUniverse. Hawkins reveals strategies to help readers accomplish more. He believes the book can coach them to greatness. Hawkins says that the best athletes get to the top of their sport with the help of coaches, mentors, and others. He shares guidance that helps readers reflect on what motivates them, rediscover and assess their core values, philosophies, and competencies, find settings that allow them to be the most productive, and track their progress towards accomplishing goals. What if there were a super tiny device that could diagnose the brain and is smaller than a single human hair? What if you could see inside the brain to help an epilepsy patient during surgery or to help the fight against Parkinson's disease? Dr. Patricia Broderick is proud to announce the Broderick Probe, a biomedical and electronic breakthrough. Imagine a probe to help with the understanding and potential cure of brain-related diseases. To learn more, listen live to the Easy Sense radio show with host Dr. Broderick. And to help support the Broderick Foundation, please go to EasySense.com and learn how, with your help, we can fight these horrific brain disorders. That's EasySense.com to learn more and help support the Broderick Foundation.
Hi, My name is Mike Zorick.
And this is Nancy Noble. Oh, I'm so used to not saying that. We're coming to you live from Florida, the Nancy and Mike Show, live on YouTube. Please like and subscribe. Cool.
Yeah, she's relaying on my memory, and I'm not there. But anyway, I'm going to finish this off.
Cool.
I was in college.
Yeah.
I went to Los Angeles City College. And the reason being because when I was wrestling, when we had our big tournament every year, last week in February, I got a bad strep throat. And my temperature would go from 104.8 to 105.3 every
You
year.
think in Connecticut it was so cold? Do you think that's
Yes.
what, the winter?
I called it the winter illness.
Yes. Okay.
And my coach used to tell me, because I was so good at my dual meets, and I stunk to join out at tournaments. Of course,
Because
I
you were
was
sick.
no physical strength. He used to say, since there were 8 people in the weight class, just wrestle 3 matches, like 3 dual meets. Well, that was good advice, but he didn't know how sick I was.
Yeah, I know. And you weren't telling anybody.
And I'm not telling anyone, because I know if I did, he's not going to let me wrestle. So anyway, I finally got the story. I got the chance to tell him later on in life. But anyway, because of that, I knew that most of the big tournaments, the Olympic trials and nationals, were in the springtime. I couldn't afford to be 105 temperature. I'm not going to make anything.
Right.
So I moved to California. I went to junior college. My grades weren't good enough to get into a regular college. Now, I got on this team, Los Angeles City College. I was the only white guy on the team.
Uh-huh.
We hit it off tremendously.
I'm not surprised.
And every one of the guys, and I remember a junior college, you go for 2 years and then you transfer. But anyway, for 2 years, I was on the team. I was on the varsity team. And the thing I didn't like about it is there were no announcers. When you go to a school for the blind, they do have announcers for their home meets.
Yeah, I didn't know how to announce for Mike. When I took him to a wrestling thing, I would just go, ooh, ooh. And should have said, well, he's doing a duck under, now he's got a double leg tackle, stuff like that, so Mike would know what's happening. I just making noises. That did not help.
But when you have two-sided teams wrestling each other, they feel like there's no need to have an announcer.
Everybody can see.
Everybody could see what's happening except me. So I didn't like that part of it. But anyway, I wrestled for 2 years in junior college. And I remember my second year, I pretended to fall asleep. And I did a stupid thing here. And the wrestlers were saying, I wish Mike wasn't graduating. I'm going to really miss him.
They love you.
And it was a mutual thing. I loved them too. It wasn't a one-way street.
If you were pretending to be asleep, you never would have known about that.
But I should have told them that I agree, and maybe I could have had some friends come out of it after the season was over.
Okay.
And it was a mistake on my part. And I'm telling you this because after last week, some of you may think I'm a racist, and
he is not.
I don't care if you do or not.
Mike likes fairness.
It's not my problem if you think I'm a racist. It's your problem.
But
everybody looks the same to me, and I'm telling you these stories. They're true stories. Yeah. And my running partner, Carl Allen, I ran over 100 races with him. We have another friend that we took to her track meets.
Yeah.
Her father was working, and she was a very good sprinter.
Yeah, and she was good at hurdles.
Yeah, she was.
Whoa.
and she did the high jump. And I think one year she got second in the state in the 100 and third in the high jump. It's the state of California. And we did a lot with her over the years.
It was fun.
And these people I'm talking about, they're all black.
Mhm.
So I'm throwing this out because it's part of my history. And
Get to
I'm
know a little more about
throwing
that.
this out. You can think whatever you want.
Yep.
I really don't care. So that's where we're at. So now Nancy's going to do her wonderful thing. And
Okay. This is from I've been watching you. Let's see. This is Proverbs 14:29. He who is slow to anger has great understanding. And then I wrote, most anger is caused by hurt, fear, or frustration. So deal with the initial cause rather than expressing your anger, and don't resent. So let's see. I don't think I missed anything. So this is God is in the quiet moments. So the scripture is 1 Kings 19:12. After the earthquake came a fire, but the Lord was not in the fire. And after the fire came a gentle whisper. Okay, so that's 1 Kings 19:12. And we need to have that quiet time so we can get centered. So quiet moments aren't just pauses. They're an invitation to God's peace, whether in the soft light of the morning or in a break from hectic. Stillness allows God to renew your spirit. So trust in that silence. God is working, offering rest and reassurance to you. So I don't know when we're going to the break, but I wanted to read this dream that my cat.
you got time.
Okay, thanks. Okay, here we go. Mike had this dream, and I wrote it down because I thought it was inspired by God. Okay. Mike had a dream that we went out to eat. One of our friends invited us to go to a church. The preacher was talking about most Christians misinterpreting turning the other cheek. I can understand that. And he said that, quote, we should not resent, but we should fight back against our enemy. When people allow themselves to be taken advantage of by doing nothing, they are listening to the devil, and they think that they're listening to God. This is the most misunderstood part of the Christian religion. This misunderstanding is causing less people to want to be Christians. And then all of us said amen. So that was his dream. And also, I want to say we met a really cool guy just this week. We had trouble with electrical problems, and this guy came over, and he was so precious, wasn't he? He fixed the problem, no problem, and he talked to us, and we both, well, all three of us, talked about God, and wonderful, wonderful get together. Wasn't it precious, Mike?
This guy could be, besides being an electrician, this guy could be a preacher.
Yeah.
I mean, one thing we had in common, we're both into the Bible.
Yes.
All three of us.
All three of us.
And this guy could have been a preacher. He could give sermons. He knew, I feel like I know the Bible pretty well. This guy was better than me. So, in terms of knowing what the scriptures are and all this kind of stuff. So anyway, he didn't charge us for his work.
No.
We got our credit card bill. It didn't show up on our credit card, and unless it's going to show up next month.
But he gave us his phone number, his whole phone number, and I think we could be friends with him.
Yeah, he lives in
I don't know. someplace in Florida. But anyway, he was high
Some
quality
place like
person.
Winter Garden, which is
Well,
about 90 miles from us.
Once
Maybe.
in a while, you meet these precious jewels, huh, Mike?
Yeah.
You never know. You
And
have to be
you got to
aware.
be aware. And one of the things we're having a hard time with here is making friends.
Mhm.
And
Sometimes, if your light is shining and you're shining on someone who, hey, they don't want that light shining on them, they're just kind of back away from you. So it happens. But we love this new guy that we just met, and he's a Pittsburgh fan, huh?
yeah,
So we got to talk
we were
about
talking about how
football.
like to have Pittsburgh and New England play in the American Conference
Yeah.
finals, which are really the semifinals, because you can't have two teams from the AFC or the NFC make the Super Bowl. So the latest Pittsburgh and New England could play is actually in the semifinals, which is the AFC Championship game. And I think New England will be better this year. But when do I make my predictions? 2 weeks, I guess.
Oh, okay.
My who's going to my football predictions. You know, I'm a sports nut.
Yes.
And so I don't want to take away your time.
I'm done.
Oh, I didn't know you were done.
I read the whole dream, and I said this last time, but I really like it. Let's see. Maybe that's not it. Sid Roth, Moses, and the Jewish people said they didn't want Moses. They didn't want Moses. They wanted Moses to hear God, not them. So we have to let God know we want to hear him. That's important.
Oh yeah, that was the deal with Sid Roth.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you want to hear God unless you felt like you were guilty and you're not living up to his standards? Then you don't want to hear what he has to say.
They were too afraid.
It's like if, and I've had this experience where teachers would tell me how bad I was doing in subjects,
Mm-hmm.
and it didn't.
Oh, 1 minute into a break.
It didn't bother me to hear it because I knew I was doing lousy. So it was nothing that they could
It's
tell
the
me.
truth, right?
They could tell me that I didn't already know, and there were some things that happened to me in catechism and in English class that I'm going to
30 seconds.
talk
We're going
about
for a
someday,
break.
but not today.
Nancy and Mike show will be right back.
Are you struggling to care for elderly parents or a spouse? Do you wonder if being a caregiver is making you sick? Are you worried about taking time off work to care for elderly parents and balance work, life, and caregiving? Has caregiving become exhausting and emotionally draining? Are you an aging adult who wants to remain independent, but you're not sure how? I'm Pamela D. Wilson. Join me for the Caring Generation radio show for caregivers and aging adults, Wednesday evenings, 6 Pacific, 7 Mountain, 8 Central, and 9 Eastern, where I answer these questions and share tips for managing stress, family relationships, health, well-being, and more. Podcasts and transcripts of The Caring Generation are on my website, PamelaDWilson.com, plus my caregiving library, online caregiver support programs, and programs for corporations interested in supporting working caregivers. Help, hope, and support for caregivers is here on The Caring Generation and PamelaDWilson.com.
Author, radio show host, and coach John M. Hawkins reveals strategies to help gain perspective, build confidence, find clarity, achieve goals. John M. Hawkins' new book, Coached to Greatness, Unlock Your Full Potential with Limitless Growth, published by iUniverse. Hawkins reveals strategies to help readers accomplish more. He believes the book can coach them to greatness. Hawkins says that the best athletes get to the top of their sport with the help of coaches, mentors, and others. He shares guidance that helps readers reflect on what motivates them, rediscover and assess their core values, philosophies, and competencies, find settings that allow them to be the most productive, and track their progress towards accomplishing goals.
Hi, my name is Mike Zorick.
And this is Nancy Noble. Oh, do I take this every time? Okay. We're coming to you from Florida live from YouTube. And please like us and subscribe us. The Nancy and Mike Show.
Anyway,
Maybe one day I'll get it memorized.
yeah, and maybe if I get it memorized, I'll do it for you if you
Okay.
prefer that.
Yeah, I do.
And but I don't have everything memorized. I know YouTube, I know the Nancy and Mike Show, and it's taking me a while to memorize all this stuff.
Well, one thing at a time.
Anyway, next week I'll try. But anyway, one thing I wanted to talk about was I'm just going to spend a brief time on it. In June, I almost died. On June 25th.
Yep.
And I went to a heart doctor. I took this test, Echo it's called. And these people drove us, and we ate at a restaurant. And my peeing was very bloody.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm having difficulty walking. A lot of pain. And anyway, I couldn't pee anymore. And it was excruciating. I thought that this restaurant we went to would be my last supper. And we called these friends. It was like 12:30 at night. Nancy was kind of frustrated and with good reason.
Excruciating pain.
And
I didn't know how to help
anyway, I got to the hospital. They drove us. And the nurses said, well, if you had come in at 8 o'clock, let's
in
say
the morning.
These people wanted to sleep and they'll pick me up tomorrow morning. They said it would have been too late.
Yeah, the nurse said it would have been too late.
But anyway, they got
That's
me
so
to the
close.
hospital, and it ended up that I had a serious case of bladder cancer. And they got all the cancer out, and starting this week, I have to go through chemotherapy. And but anyway, the deal is, when I was in the hospital, I was there for 3 days. They wanted me to do some exercises or send somebody over for exercises. They sent the nurse over. The nurse was very nice.
Yes.
And they thought, well, maybe they could send a nurse over once or twice a week. But I don't need any help. I could dress myself.
Yeah.
I could go to the bathroom okay. I could take a bath okay.
Yes.
So I don't need the nurses. But anyway, they had wanted to give me somebody to give me exercises.
Mhm.
Somebody came over and
Very mild exercises.
gave me some very, they were baby exercises.
Yeah, wimpy ones.
And nothing like I used to do when I was on the wrestling team. And walking around the house, if I could find the bathroom or the bedroom or whatever, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But I will tell you, when we moved into our house, I used to get lost here. But
there's a lot of open flooring, and there's no rugs in the hallway. He could follow the rug or something, but we have pretty wooden floors, and I don't know.
But anyway,
he knows how to find his way now.
I know how to find my way, but sometimes when I go to the piano, I kind of hesitate because there's things that I could bump into.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of look like I don't know where I'm going. But anyway, that's the way it is. But anyway, that's where I'm at.
Yeah, thank goodness we got there. You got to the hospital in the nick of time.
Nancy's glad I didn't die on the morning of June 25th. And I am too. I think of, and the nurses said these people saved my life, and which I know they did. And but I think about this all the time, And when I see something happening, well, if Tom and Diane didn't save me, this wouldn't have happened.
I know.
Like if we go into a new restaurant, or if we things that happen, like this radio show wouldn't be happening. I don't know if Nancy would do this show by
Please
herself
don't. I can't
if
talk that much.
I died. And the other radio show we had, I came home from the hospital on June 27th,
We got ready for the show.
and we got ready for the show. There was no show.
Nobody told us.
Nobody told us.
We're sitting waiting
They
for
said
the show.
5 minutes before 12, there's no show.
Yep.
So that's how we got the news. And I thought, well, maybe something happened the next week. And the next week came and there was no show on July 5th. There was no show on
and
the
we
12th.
finally found out.
Nothing was there.
No.
A place had shut down. Nobody told us.
And I felt like I got punched in one side of my ribs, no show, and I got punched in the other side that bleeding stuff was cancer. I didn't know it was going to be cancer. So it was like, come on, we got to just keep going. Don't resent it.
Yeah, that was the end of June.
I know.
And
we're still here.
Anyway, I'm still here. And
2 minutes.
My kidney stone that I have had for 30 months, the pain is a little less.
Good.
But I would like to have it taken out.
Yep.
Have the whole thing removed.
Yeah, it's a sharp
lithotripsy doesn't work for me, and that's how they
some kind of radio
take
wave.
it out with radio waves, and that's why I had 3 procedures, and I still got the same stone in me. Of course, it's a lot smaller, but when I came home from the hospital for 6 weeks, it was really hurting me to walk.
I know.
But anyway.
But now we're going places.
I'm getting a little better,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not 100%, and I'm alive. So.
And me too.
That's where we are, and I hope Nancy stays alive. We keep praying that we stay together.
Yes, we do.
And while we're praying for the Nazis to be knocked off. But anyway, I'm not changing anything about my prayers. That's it.
I hope you can find this show and like it and tell other people. We don't know really how to get a good audience, so maybe word of mouth will help us. Huh, Mike?
Yeah.
Tell your friends. Okay, this is it. We're going off.
Are we done?
Yep, 30 seconds. Well, thanks, God, guys. And thanks, God, for helping us do this show, too. Take care.
We'll see you next week.
This has been the Nancy and Mike Show. Tune in each week and become part of the conversation of the amazing journey of Nancy and Mike.